Yo, what is up dudes, welcome back to No Man's Sky. So it has come to my attention that a lot of you really love spiked multi-tools, specifically experimental multi-tools with very beautiful crystals on top. I know I posted a video like a couple of weeks back with a screenshot of a multi-tool with black crystals, and that's what I'm planning to show you in today's video, though a slight disclaimer before proceeding. That screenshot was actually taken somewhere around Atlas Rises or even before that, so the multi-tool kinda changed a little bit. I'm going to show you one that is very similar to that one, but unfortunately the game has gone through so many changes that even what it contained, like all of the items and all of that, have kinda changed as well. But do not worry, I still have an experimental multi-tool with some very beautiful crystals on it. It's just that depending on the platform that you're on, it might be of a different color. But hey, you wanted a crystal multi-tool and I'm going to show you exactly that. Okay, so all you need to do is go to your nearest portal, input the glyph sequence that I have on the screen right now. I'm just gonna input the number 16 over here, so this is the full sequence you need to do, and we're gonna do the same trick we always do. We're gonna go on a planet, save over there, then go back to another planet where the outpost is, and we're gonna get the maximum rank multi-tool. There's actually a couple of multi-tools that are, you know, spiked or have crystals, but one of them might or might not spawn as an S class anymore. So I found a B class. If you want to see the B class, I'm going to put it towards the end of this video, or at least after I find the maximum rank one, and then, you know, just in case you want the seed or something along those lines. So there's like somebody here. Have fun with the experimental. It seems that somebody was already here, and I'm assuming there is where it's at, so I'm just gonna pay it a visit. This is the planet where we're gonna take, you know, the multi-tool in question, but we're going to need to like save on a different planet before doing so. I'm just going to go there where like that comm station is, and it's gonna make like a lot of sense why I'm doing this before doing any saving and reloading. I'm going to actually place a save beacon down there, if I have one at least, and this will ensure that I still have the waypoint even if the servers fall, because it happens, it can happen quite many times, and you won't be able to find the communication stations which point you towards the proper location. So that's the reason why I'm setting down my own coordinates, you know. This time around it started pretty lucky because I was able to like connect to the servers right on, but sometimes the opposite can happen and you won't be able to find them, and that is the sole reason why I'm doing this. So here's the outpost. I'm just gonna land really quickly, and of course you're gonna find some random multi-tool in here. It's not gonna be, you know, anything particularly cool. Like the first thing that spawns here is not gonna be the one that you search for. It's gonna be like something else, but it's going to be maximum rank. Like this is S class, and we want to make the game load a different model. That's why we're doing this, you know, just in case you forgot how the deal is. But what I need to do now is place down my beacon. Do I still have my beacon? Okay, don't have it, but I need to buy metal plating and iron battery, which is, you know, available right here. So let's see, there's the trading post, or whatever, the trading terminal. I'm just going to buy, there it is, the iron battery and one metal plating. That should be enough. Like, you have everything you need here. Just, you know, I hope you have the blueprint as well. And I'm going to place it down right here. There you have it. I'm also going to save just in case. And now that is done, I'm going to go to a different planet, because we need to go to one called Felix Hammer from what I'm seeing, and it should be here somewhere because we saw some bases. So let's see if we find the proper one. Let us see, is that Felix whatever? Yeah, that is the one. Really close nonetheless. This should not take you too long. It's, you know, a really fast drop. It's just like the journey is the one that takes the longest, and you can even see that a ton of people have set down bases so they can, you know, hunt for this multi-tool, but you won't need to do that too often or, you know, too much, because, well, I'm just showing you this guide which is super easy. I'm also gonna scan that one because it looks, oh yeah, it's radioactive, so better get protection and better have your multi-tool at hand and some money because it's gonna cost a little bit. Personally, I have my, you know, regular multi-tool. It's still gonna be mine is better, so don't take these stats into account because Hello Games didn't nerf my multi-tool. and that's why you're gonna see the difference in stats between this one and the one at the trading post, or I mean, you know, at the outpost, not really trading post. It's at the outpost. Always mixing those two up, but it's going to be like roughly 50% better, the one that I have. It's the way things are. So simply land on this planet, this is the one which has the multi-tool you need, and then reload your game. And we are back. Luckily enough, the server connection has been kept and it didn't, you know, go down. But even if it did, if you look up in the sky, you can see that my marker is over there. So even if they did fall, I would have not lost my, you know, coordinates. I'm going to go there now though, and we're gonna go and grab the multi-tool, and I'm going to showcase it in full and, you know, glorious maximum first-person detail, because I know that's what you guys want to see, and there's a bonus to it that I'm only going to show it to you when I get it. It's really awesome. I wanted to get this multi-tool some time ago, but you know, unfortunately I didn't. But there are some cool things about it that you're probably gonna love. It's only going to be like available in first person, you're only going to be able to see there, but the details on this type of multi-tool, they are pretty awesome. Like, the details are pretty significant. Okay, so the outpost is actually right beneath us, and I'm going to go down there. By the way, this also works on the experimental version, so if you're playing on the experimental right now on the PC version, it's gonna work for you as well. As a matter of fact, what I'm filming right now is precisely there, so, you know, just keep that in mind. So, let's see. Did or did I not make it? I'm really curious. And there it is. There's the beauty. Look at it. As I've said, it's spiked, and for me it appears to have blue crystals, but I've seen people reporting it has red crystals. So, you know, conflicting information nonetheless, but at the very least you get what you want. I really like this one, and I'm actually going to try it. It costs 2.2 million, even though I'm exchanging it with one that is way better than it, but you know, I'm gonna take it anyway. Let's see, does it show up? Really curious. Oh yes, it does show up, and I'm also going to go in like photo mode. Luckily enough, it works now and I can see my multi-tool. It's kind of smaller than you'd expect, but you know, it fits the theme. In my opinion, it looks pretty freaking sweet, but the details that I was talking about can be seen in first person, and this is where it all makes, you know, a lot of sense. So when you like change it, you can see these tubes changing colors as well. So this is like a detail that I haven't seen in my particular multi-tool, and I would have liked to have something like this. But when you change, you know, your primary weapon type, it also changes the tube and all of that, and it looks pretty freaking awesome. And having like half of your screen covered with this thing, this is definitely awesome. Unfortunately, it's not black, and as I've said in the beginning of the video, this was the disclaimer. You know, you can't always get the ones that you want, because the game just changed too much, and I really doubt that the black one that I showed in that screenshot is available anymore. That's why I didn't post a video specifically to it, because it wasn't available anymore, and even back when it was like super hard to get. But if you are long dreading for a very awesome spiked or crystalled multi-tool, then this is definitely the place for you. And I'm also going to show you the coordinates, and the coordinates are these: minus 43.24 and plus 71.11. These are my coordinates right now. Even though the guide, or you know, the person who found this on Reddit shows different types of coordinates, it also works like on literally every outpost that holds an S-class multi-tool, so you don't really have to, you know, mind that too much. But now that we're kind of done with this, and let's see, do I have my multi-tool back? I don't want to, like, you know, waste it, because this is way too good. Yeah, it's still here. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm going to show you yet another multi-tool, and this one in fact is going to have black crystals, but pay attention, it's not gonna be maximum rank. You're gonna only be able to find it as a maximum of A class, so if you don't mind that, like, the stats aren't really that big, you know, the difference between the stats isn't really that big. If you don't mind that, then you can go ahead and grab this one up, especially if you really want that specific model. So yeah, it's all a matter of preference. Okay, and these should be the coordinates. And there should be some communication stations down there, and it seems the discoveries work. Actually, I'm impressed. This is the experimental version, and it seems that the servers are way better and more stable compared to the live ones. Hopefully, this means that Hello Games did something to this, but you will have these communication stations on your screen upon coming on this planet, and if you don't, in case your connection to the servers has dropped, all you need to do is just like completely restart your game, and that should typically fix it. But somebody has done a ton of work for us, and they have found, oh my god, this outpost. And this outpost should have the multi-tool in question. It's not gonna be an S-class though, so keep that in mind. And you know, it's not a big of a deal because, as I've said, the difference between that one and another S-class of the same model will not be that great. So for me, it didn't spawn the correct one. So as you can see, it's an A-class, but it's not the one that I want. So what I will do now is I am going to actually reload the game. As I've said, one simple reload, and here it is. This is the multi-tool in question. This should be the one that you're hunting for. Hopefully it's the one that you're hunting for. And it looks pretty awesome, if I might say so. It's just an A-class though, so keep that in mind. I'm going to buy it just so you can see it properly. So let's go outside, see how it looks. I'm going to also go in like photo mode and see this thing. It looks pretty beautiful. I think the third person view simply doesn't make it justice, because it looks way better in first person. At least that's what I believe. I mean, look at this. If you really want this one, then you can definitely go ahead and take it. Like, seriously, if you want it, it looks pretty awesome with the black crystals and all of that. It doesn't have the tubes like the previous one, and that was the reason why another reason why I showed it towards the end, because it's not as good looking as the other one. The stats are these, basically. So it's like roughly a 10% difference. So that shouldn't really be that big of a deal. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And these were today's spiked or crystal multi-tools. I hope this was useful to you. If I find better ones, like way better ones, I'm definitely gonna go ahead and post them. But a lot of you have asked me for these, and that is the reason why I even wanted to show them to you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, as always, a like and a subscribe would be super appreciated. Also, do not forget about the notification button, and I will see you guys in the next one. So peace out.